Hello everyone, Jeremy here, and today I'm going to be playing Destiny. This is the alpha for Destiny, available on the PlayStation 4, only for a few days really. The alpha codes were sent out during the week of E3, and after this weekend, I'm recording this on June 14th, so after this weekend is over, the alpha will no longer be available, so this is just a way for the developers to get a sense of the server capacity and stress test it while giving them some publicity as well. So let's play. Destiny is a cooperative and competitive first-person shooter, but it's really more of a open world Z type game. Not quite Borderlands, not quite an MMO. It just kind of sort of teeters in between those two things. And before actually playing this game, I now realize that there was a lot that I did not quite understand about Destiny until I started to play it. Okay, so let's get started. I created a female human warlock. There she is. She does have a face. That's just a helmet that you see there. And apparently the character creation tools, which I didn't really try out too much, but apparently they can give you a lot of range over how your character is going to look. Alright, so here we go. This is, at this point, since this is the alpha, this is kind of just the place where you decide where it is you want to go and what it is you want to do. I'm moving the cursor around with the left analog stick, which makes me feel that this particular alpha seems like it was made on or at least for PC. So maybe once this game finally comes out, they will exchange this circle moving all around like a mouse in favor of some actual buttons, but we'll see. So we can go to the destination icon, and we have three places we can go to. We can go to Earth, which will allow us to battle and everything. We can go to the tower, which is kind of like a hub. Here you can get new weapons, get new armor, meet up with other players, things like that. And then the Crucible is really for PvP stuff. So if you want some competitive multiplayer, just like any other multiplayer game, capturing and holding a position, just shooting other guys and gals, this is where you want to go. So let's go to the tower first. So we're at the tower on the last city on Earth, and we are going to launch. And check that out, launching in 3, 2, 1, 0. And I mean, that right there is really indicative of an online focused game. Whenever you tell it to do something and it's like, okay, here's a countdown timer, as opposed to just jumping straight into it. And it really drives home this sort of MMO feel of this game. There's so many different elements that make me personally feel that if they were to decide that they wanted to make Destiny a free-to-play game, the things are in place to make that happen. And I'll try to explain that more once we get to the actual tower. Load times during the alpha, not so great. You can see how long this is taking. But then again, alpha. So many things are subject to change. I mean, we really don't even know how old this particular build is. This could be many, many months old, and the version that the developers have in their hands, much more polished, a lot faster with the loading times. And check it out, we're still loading. But that's just how it is. This ship that you're seeing here is my ship, but it can also be customized. Customized using currency and items that you find during your actual combat missions. And you can come back and you can change up your ship if you want. Alright, here we go. Alright. So here we are. This is my character, which I didn't do too much customization on, but I made her a woman with very short hair and makeup along her eyes. So let's get moving. So you can see, like, right here, I mean, it's very MMO-like, just in the movement. And this is a Bungie game, so check it out. Floaty, jumpy mechanics. That's how that works. Okay, so there's several NPC vendors that we can come and talk to, like this guy here. He is Master Rahul, who is a cryptarch, and he decrypts different things that you find. So if you are doing a mission and you find something that is it's encrypted, you don't know what it is, but you know it's some sort of armor, you bring it to this guy, and then you tell him, hey, decrypt this for me, and he'll decrypt it. You can also buy different things from him. So if I wanted to buy, let's say, a different encoded Ingram, I don't know what this is. It'll cost me 170 glimmer, which is the city's currency. So I buy that from him, and you see I got a scalpel wing. I don't know if it's any good or not. So this is the inventory menu. I can go down to the legs. I do kind of like how this is, how you just hover over the legs or hover over anything, and then you can just check out all of the different items that you have in that category. So we see these scalpel wings. This requires level 9. I think the beta or the alpha only goes up to level 8, I think, though. So that's no use. But yeah, this is what I have here. And of course, this is much, much better than what I have. And oh yeah, you can also choose from different classes. I have a warlock, which is sort of like the magic oriented intelligence class, and then there's also one that's more of an assault class, and another one who is more of a, I believe, stealthy, sneak behind you, maybe more of a sniper rifle type of class as well. Yeah, so that's that guy. The vault is where you will store your extra items and stuff if you don't have any room for them in your inventory, which of course we have plenty of room in our inventory since we just started. You can sprint. You just click L3 and you kind of get a somewhat of a sprint going on. This person over here is the postmaster, so if you get like messages, you know, stuff like that, very MMO like with the message system. And over here, the Crucible Quartermaster. Now the Crucible is where you go to compete with other guardians, basically other players in PvP style stuff. And then you can buy these different vehicle parts, in this case vehicles, with Crucible currency. You see, I only have one, but the more that you play, the more of these Crucible marks that you'll get. And then there's also Vanguard marks, and then regular currency. So you see there's several different types of currency in this game that if you want to unlock the best stuff, you are going to have to fully take part in the different aspects of this game. So the three classes are the Warlock, the Titan, and the Hunter. And this is basically who I will be dealing with for the Warlock Vanguard. And yeah, here are some different items that I can buy from her. And wow, this requires level 20. That requires level 9. I could buy... I'm going to buy this leg armor from her, since the leg armor that I need... Yeah, I could really use some different leg armor here. Because I got like this really basic Vector Oath, and I can just get this, and this gives me a little bit more defense. There we go. And it changes in real time. Well, not real time, it takes a second. You can spin her around and things like that. Alright, so that's just this main part. So let's get to the actual combat. When you want to get to the combat, all you have to do is press the circle pad and then hold triangle. And that's going to warp us back to the map. Alright, from here, we go to select destination, go to Earth, and select one of these three here. Now we have an Explorer mission, which is basically you go down into the world and you complete missions, you do whatever you want. Then you have this story mission, which is point A to point B. And then you have the Devil's Lair, which is a strike mission, which I guess in this game is sort of like a dungeon in an MMO, so to speak. So I'm just going to go to the Explore mission. I would go to the strike mission, but I don't think I will because there's a couple different bosses in that level. And completing that takes a minute. It takes a while, and I don't want the video to run quite that long. So just to get a rough idea of what Destiny is about, I think going into this Explore mission should handle most of that. So we're back on the loading screen. You cannot control the ship when you are on the loading screen. you can just sort of watch it and gawk at it. You know, from a videography, photography standpoint, I do notice that they really like to mess with shallow and selective depth of field in this game. So especially when you're in the tower, you'll turn the camera ever so slightly, and then all of a sudden your character's face will go blurry and the background will be in focus. And sometimes that's a little bit weird, but yeah, this is something that I noticed. Alright, so this is just for doing missions. You press the circle pad button, and you bring up your little companion, and you see these icons on the map that look like little prisms. Those will tell me where the missions are, that I can just go over there and do the mission. So the closest one from here, let's see, is 77, that's 81, and all the way over here is 9. Okay, so we are going to go towards 77, which is right up here. And there are enemies here as well, so they're going to be getting in our way, like these guys. You see they have their level above their heads, and my level is much higher than theirs. But if you are of a higher level and you want to take on some missions, you have the option of making it harder for yourself. And when you make it harder on yourself, the enemies become harder, your equipment becomes less effective, but you'll get more experience. So now this mission is Fight the Good Fight, which I have to eliminate a fallen vandal heading a crew holed up inside a ball. Alright, so that's right over here. I'm just following the arrow on the compass. There's no map, but there is a compass. So here are some dudes. Take that, fallen vandals. So this is just me shooting, but I've got a couple of other techniques I can do. I'm going to connect these spin metal leaves. You can use these to exchange for something in the tower. Okay, so I'm going to go up here, and I have this ability to sort of hold X and I'll float a little bit. Am I going the wrong way? No, I'm still going the right way. Going through here. It's quiet. A little too quiet. Hey, look, there's Ralph. Yeah, a little too Ralph. Bonus points, you know what that's from. Grenade! Well, it's not really a grenade. That's my special ability, which is sort of like a little vortex, and it will continuously drain the people who are caught in it. So, you know, just like any modern first-person shooter, you have regenerating health, regenerating armor. In this case, it's kind of more like Halo. You know, you get your armor that goes all the way down, and then you just kind of have to hang back until it recharges itself. And I keep activating nav mode because I need to continue to get a sense of where it is I'm going, since there is no map. And this little guy here, he actually talks, and he's voiced by Peter Dinklage, who you may know from the most recent X-Men Days of Future Past movie. I forget the name of his character. I think it started with a T, but he was basically the guy who made the Sentinel program. And he's also in Game of Thrones. That's what I hear. I don't have HBO, so I don't watch Game of Thrones. I unlocked an upgrade. Did I? What is that? See, this is another thing that I'm kind of confused about. Okay, so press triangle, and this will increases the weapon's attack. So I guess I just click on X on that, and I get more attack power. Oh, I'm being shot. Where is that coming from? Oh, this guy. Supercharged is kind of like a super ability. I'll show you that. Okay, here's like some guys over here. I'm going to use my super ability. L1 and R1. Bam. Just kind of send them flying. And then the melee attack, you just press R1, and for her, for the Warlock, she just does that. I'm going to switch to a shotgun. Oh, that's not my shotgun. I forgot. I gave that up. This is like an energy weapon. This guy's going to kill me. Alright, let me get out of here for a second. Oh, there's another person in here. Recharge. Oh my god, no! Things are going bad. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. So this is an energy weapon. I used to have a shotgun, but I guess I gave that up. Yeah, Peter Dinklage. Great voice on that man. This is a... oh, jeez. This is a charging weapon. Of course, the enemy is better at using it than myself, obviously. See if I can... yeah, forget it. I'm just going to switch back to this. There we go. And I still have not completed that objective to kill the Vandal target. So real... oh wow, that's a lot of guys. So I really had no clear idea of how far away it was, since there is no map. Melee! 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 There we go. Oh, these little robot things. I hate them so much. Alright, continue to go. Oh, and I also have another weapon. If you hold the triangle, you can bring up your heavy weapon. Which in this case is just a super powerful heavy rifle. Alright, so I guess I'm going through this sewer system. Oh, there's some more falling in here. And there can be other people to join me in this. Some people could be taking part in this, well, not this exact same mission, but on this planet at the same time as me. And if we wanted to, we could team up and fight together, but right now, that is not happening. Where's that thing? There he is. Alright, I completed the mission. Fight the good fight. Good, so I guess that's it. And I got an encrypted item, so if I take it back to the tower, I can figure out what that is, and if I can equip it, I will equip it. And from this point, I just look for another mission to do, another one of those green beacons, which I'm not too sure where it is, but I will definitely try to find it. So yeah, this is not the beta, this is just the alpha. So if you somehow got involved in like a pre-order program or something that says that if you pre-order a game you get invited to the beta, you know, that's not it. I think the beta is going to be, I think like maybe in July? I think the game comes out in September. So you will still have access to the beta, but this is just the alpha, and I have not read anywhere that says if you get into the alpha, you automatically get into the beta. That is not promised. But I'm sure that there will be other opportunities for people who haven't pre-ordered the game to get into the beta when it happens.
Enemy activity increased in this area.
Okay, what is this mission?
Coded dispatch follows.
Okay, so I guess this is just a kill everything in the area kind of mission. So I've already got 12% of the enemies deaded. I demand a higher number. 24%. Ooh, there's a bunch of them down there. Yeah, so the explorer stuff is really just for, you know, you're wasting some time. You know, you're getting some experience, you're finding some items. And hopefully, you know, you got some buddies with you to take part in this. So not quite like Borderlands, because you're not progressing any story, and you're not getting the entire breadth of the game within one world. You know, you're on one section of the game. In this case, whoa, stealthy guy. In this case, this part of Earth. And then once you're done, you can just leave whenever you want. And I'm going to leave as soon as I find out where these other dudes are held up. Okay, here's a couple more of these fallen sharks. Robots. Whew, man, it's getting hot in here. I must find the other people before I pass out. Now I saw some red on my compass, which means someone was shooting at me. There's a fallen dog. Got him. There's that guy. Here's another one. Stop running. There we go. 100%, and they're all dead. So yeah, that mission is complete. And, you know, some more guys just sort of popped up. Take care of them. And when you're done, you know, you just, same way from the tower, you just press the circle pad and hold triangle to go to, orbit. Oh, and vehicles, I forget. You do have a vehicle. You summon your vehicle. And then you go. Now this is kind of weird. Oh no. That was a mistake. Let's try that again, yeah? Okay, now here's what's weird about the vehicle. It accelerates just by pressing, you know, up on the left analog stick, right? But if you want to boost, it's L2, and then R2 is to, like, brake. And that's kind of weird, because usually move faster is R2, and braking is probably, you know, just L. So it's kind of reversed, and it does kind of make it feel like, again, this is kind of more of a PC kind of feel to it, as opposed to being for a console. But again, it's just an alpha. So now, this time, if you want to leave, we'll just hold triangle and go to orbit. Orbit! And then from here, you can just do whatever else you want to do. You want to go back to the tower? You want to do PvP stuff? You want to do some more missions here on Earth in, you know, old Russia? You can. This alpha is very limited, so you only got a few things you can do. The level cap is very low. Like I said, I think it's like 8. And, you know, by the time a lot of you see this, it won't even be going on anymore. But I just wanted to share what Destiny was like, because this is the very first time that the public has been able to play it in the comfort of their own homes. So you can get a little bit of good times out of this in this alpha, but, you know, it's not going to last very long, and don't expect your stuff to carry over either, because I don't think it will, because usually that's how it goes with alphas. So yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for watching this, and hopefully when this game does come out, it will be good enough for me to pick up, and I'll do some other stuff on Destiny as well. Hopefully with some buddies this time. So till next time, I'm Jeremy, and I will talk to you later.